Today's Tuesday. It feels like it should be Wednesday, but it is Tuesday. It is Tuesday, but it feels like it should be Wednesday. Hey, hey, what's up? What's up? Good day. If you're just coming in, make sure you hit the like button. And I have so much to talk about today. I had nothing to talk about, and now I have like my little notebook list of things I want to talk about, and it just is growing. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 things I want to chit chat about, and I am not even planning on being on here that long. But I have so much I want to talk about. We have a lot to chat about. Plus, I'm having wine. I know, it is so bad. I probably should not be having wine. However, it is Greg's like last day that he can have anything to drink at all before he goes in for surgery. And then after surgery, he's going to be on, different medications, so he can't drink any wine. So I figure, like, legit, this is my last night of wine before we head to the wine festival in September. I swear to God, that's it. It's it. So we have fresh raspberries that Greg and I picked. Oh, look at my nails too. Aren't they so pretty? I got them done yesterday. Oh, it was so like overdue to have them done. But I feel like $1,000,000 now that they're done. And we have raspberry wine. So there's that. There's so much stuff I want to talk about. So first, I'm going to tell you this. Let me tell you about my Facebook drama that's happening right now. So I was on Facebook, and this girl was talking about like a problem she's having with the car dealership around town. And this is terrible. Okay. She's having problems with a car dealership, and basically she can't make her car payment. And they had her pay $1,000 in advance, like write them a check, post dated, write them a check. So she did that, but she got into a car accident, she lost her job, blah, blah, blah. And they want to take her to court, and they're going to sue her for theft and all this stuff. And it's kind of crazy, everything that's going on with her. But the one thing that happened, I'm like, okay, that's like a bad situation to be in. Well, somebody pulled up her case search. And in the state that I live in, you can pull up a judiciary case search and you can find out people's like drama that they've had. So somebody pulled up that she wrote bad checks in 1999. Do y'all know how long ago that was? It was like almost 20 years ago. Like seriously, like you're going to pull up somebody's stuff from 20 years and hold that against them? So I called somebody out on Facebook, and I was like, wow, you're a bitch to do that. Like, why would you even do that? That's so rude and unnecessary. I was not happy about that. So I said my piece. I have a feeling that the post is probably going to be taken down anyway, because once we get like drama like that started in this group, they try to. And yes, I know I'm off of Facebook, but I still belong to groups because there are certain things like I like to know about that's going on in the community. And then there are other groups that I belong to, some fitness groups and blogging and YouTube groups and all that kind of stuff. And so I'm on for the groups, really. I have 4 friends on Facebook. And that's it. And one of them is Greg. So I wanted to talk about that, and I did. Let me see. I have a highlighter. Let's highlight the things that we talk about so I don't forget all the stuff I wanted to talk about. There we go. Well, let's talk about my wine. So I got an email today from somebody who watches the videos, and she's like, Dawn, I'm really concerned about your blood pressure, and I don't think that drinking is probably good for that. And I'll give her that. That is true. That is true. And after tonight, I'm not going to be drinking no more wine. But there's that. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm going to try to be a little bit better with that. But I did get my workout in this morning. So that was good. It felt good. Speaking of workout, I'm keeping track of everything in this notebook. Isn't it a pretty notebook? Kind of from Staples. It's so pretty. It's like kind of fluffy. It's kind of pillowy. I don't know how else to explain it. It kind of feels like a pillow a little bit. It was cool. But I started writing in here and have like my workouts, my weight, the time I woke up. I started to write down what I was eating, but I'm terrible at that kind of stuff. I used to have a blog online that was just, it was my blog. It was like a personal blog. I had it locked up, like nobody could access it. And I would take pictures and then I would just post it on the blog so that I could see like what I was eating. Like Greg could tell you, right? Like when Greg started to lose weight, he started weighing his food. So what he did is he got his food, he weighed it to see how much food he was eating in a day, and then he's like, holy crap, I gotta kind of like rein it in. And that's what he did. So he did that. And then so I was like, I'm gonna start keeping track of my workouts, my food, or whatever else that like I feel like putting in here. Like today, I had every intention of drinking a lot of water, but it didn't happen. So I have to like be a little bit more mindful of that. I get so busy, like I'm trying to hit certain quotas and numbers at work, and I get so busy that I don't drink water because I don't have time to get up to go to the bathroom. It's probably terrible. But yeah, so I'm kind of like dealing with that and trying to kind of move past that like fear of getting up to use the ladies' room because I mean, you do have to drink water. Although my doctor is funny, my primary care physician, when he asked me, he's like, well, you know, how much are you drinking? And he saw like I would always bring in like big bottles of water with me to see him. And he would say, like, well, what are you eating? And he's like, well, okay. He's like, everything's okay. And he would check my blood and everything. And he's like, you're healthy. You're doing really good. He says, but you should probably cut back on the water because I told him I was drinking a gallon a day. He's like, that's too much water. And I'm like, but you just told me I'm healthy. So apparently I'm doing something right. He's like, well, I mean, I guess I can't argue with you, but you're drinking too much water. So it's like, whatever. So that's one thing I don't listen to him about. Actually, I haven't listened to him about like anything in a while, and I probably should. So, because I'm going to go see him probably October, November when I go on my next vacation. I don't know if I'm going to go see him this time. I might go see him when I'm on this vacation, but I don't know yet. Okay. Let's see what else we got going on. Then I want to talk about. So we talked about my fitness journal and my little bit of an addiction to wine. And when I get off of here, I have to go and we're having like a potluck tomorrow at work because my boss is actually leaving the company and she's going to go work somewhere else. So we're having like a little going away party for her. And my old company, whenever I would make something, they would say something about it. Like, oh, Dawn brought that in. So this is when I was like at my lowest weight and I brought something in and I was like, I'll just make cucumber tomato salad from the garden, right? I don't know how to make anything like that. I'm just like, I'll just cut up some cucumber and tomato, some red onion, and throw in some Italian dressing. So I did that and it came out really good. And people were like, oh, this is so good. Who made it? And somebody was like, Dawn made it. And they were like, oh, Dawn made it. Like, what the heck is that supposed to mean? So anyway, it worked out really well, and it was super easy and cheap to make. So that's like my go-to thing. So I made it like 2 or 3 weeks ago when somebody else left the company. They were going to retire to sell things on eBay. Whoop whoop, get it, girl. So I made that, and I was actually surprised. One of the girls came around to me and was like, Dawn, you made that cucumber tomato salad. She's like, I know that there's cucumber, tomato, and onion, but what else did you put in there? And I'm like, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I just went to Aldi's and got some Italian dressing. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I can't stop. Well, that's not good. So anyway, so I made that. So anyway, apparently people liked it. So I'm going to make it for tomorrow. So I have to do that when I get off of here. And then Greg and I are going to try to get some more bags together for the VBA because they're going to pick up stuff for charity. So we're going to have that going on. And what else? I forget what else we're doing. Oh, Greg's taking Digger to get his nails cut tomorrow. He needs that. He needs to get that done. So we're going to do that. And that's kind of like the way that our evening is pretty much going to go. And then Greg went to go see his doctor today, and they said that he's going to have to take some Oxy IR, which I don't know how I feel about that. He was taking that medicine before for his back, and then when he started losing weight and we were just going through a lot of life changes, he kind of stopped taking the medicine. And I know it's a hard thing to stop taking, and I know he's not real comfortable with taking the medicine again, but it's like short term. It's not all the time, and I'm sure he'll just take it when the pain is like really bad. So we kind of like just have that going on too, which is, it's cool. It's whatever. And oh, I know. I was on Facebook earlier. I was on a keto group, and this girl was asking if it was possible to do keto on $60 a month. And I was like, yeah, you could do keto on $60 a month. I think you can do keto on $60 a month, which then made me kind of think like, hey, I should do a keto challenge to see how much it would cost to eat keto for a month. My way of doing keto, which is pretty strict, pretty strict. But there's really not that much. I think it can be done for under $60 a month. So I'm going to do that. We're gonna kind of give that a go and see what happens and see how that kind of like all flows. But I think it can be done. So I don't know exactly when I'm gonna start it. I was gonna start it at the beginning of the month, but I'm thinking I could probably just start in the middle of the month and just kind of go through. Now, with Greg going through his surgery and everything, I don't know how that's exactly going to work. So, I don't know. We'll see. Because that week I'm on vacation might be a little bit crazy to try to start anything new. But we'll give that a go, kind of see how all of that flows together. But all in all, everything is kind of flowing this week. I was a little bit stressed this morning. I just told Greg, I'm like, I'm going to lose my mind. Lose my mind. But things are starting to calm down a little bit. I think by lunchtime I was cool. I didn't talk his ear off or get on his nerves, I don't think. But he's probably got a lot on his mind with his knee surgery coming up. So, it's like a lot of stuff going on. But it's all good. So, I'm not going to really stay on here a whole lot longer. I just wanted to kind of like pop on and do my live video for today. This is day 7 of doing live videos every day, which is kind of cool. I'm kind of feeling it. Hey, Val, you are awake. I was just saying, I've been rambling like this whole time. Greg and I have got some things that we have to do this evening. We're going to be cooking up some cucumber tomato salad stuff for work because my boss, it's her last day tomorrow. And then we're also getting things together for charity. So it's kind of like what our night entails. And I'm drinking a little bit of wine too. It's my last wine night. There will be no more wine after this evening until the wine festival. Like, seriously, legit. Like, this is it. Because Greg can't drink anything. And I'm going to be a good girl. And that's just the way it's going to be. So, I'm enjoying this evening. And I finally got my nails done yesterday. No, seriously. The last time. Being a good girl. And we've got real raspberries in here that Greg and I picked, and they are, oh my God, they're so good. These are raspberries from this year. They're so juicy. They're so juicy. They're good. But I'm going to be good. So, Val, maybe next year, you and Kevin will have to make a trip out here and go to the wine festival with Greg and I, because we have fun. We get VIP tickets, so we get the biggest wine glasses. We get to try all the fancy wines and the cheap wines. Oh, good. Is that the nibbling with the neighbors that you were talking about earlier today? I got to check that out. See, Chloe? Mexican meatloaf. Definitely got to give that a try. I know, right? She is looking hot. We can thank Greg for that. I went to work and I came home and she was dressed fully in pants and all. Hey, Jonathan, how are you doing today? Val and I were just talking about Chloe and how sexy she looks in her clothes. Doesn't she look sexy? She's styling. Yeah, let Greg know you said things. Am I hiring for somebody to dress Chloe? So we are drinking. Hey, Dawn. We're drinking some wine tonight. We are drinking some Red Moscato. I think it's Beringer Red Moscato. It's my last wine night. Hey, Chris, no problem. Drinking Red Moscato. I think it's Beringer this evening. I don't know if we're opening another bottle or not. I have not tried that. I have not tried that one. Dawn, do you notice Chloe? $16 bottle of wine. That's some expensive wine. I'm not that rich. I like cheap wine. I'm a cheap wine kind of chick. Ain't she? Ain't she though? Cheap wine is the best. Hey guys, make sure you're hitting that like button. Give me a little bit of love. Yeah, Dawn, and guess who did that? I know, from head to toe. Head to toe. Chris, I don't see a ring on Chloe's anything. Dawn, Greg did that just for you today. I came home, I walked past the closet, and I'm like, is Chloe wearing a dark shirt? And I back up and I laugh because I see a hat, the shirt, and the army pants. And I was like, I'm done. And I said, oh, wow, you took, because you have to take her apart in order to put her pants on. But Greg improvised, adapt, and he overcame. And I have to show you guys what he did on my daily vlog because I had to laugh. I was speechless. I don't even know what to say. So Greg dressed her and he said, tell Dawn I dressed Chloe because she was asking for pants. So now Chloe's got a full outfit. Where's her AR? Oh God, don't say that. Greg may be watching this video. He'll go get it. Chloe does not like onion rings. She likes nachos from Taco Bell with extra everything. Oh, Chloe knows her way around an AR, have no doubt. You guys, I was talking earlier about the fact that I'm in a Facebook war with somebody. She does need to protect Digger. Good point, Dawn. I think she has a pink camouflage AR. I don't know if it's an AR. It might be an AR. I don't know. But it's pink camouflage. No doubts. Thank you, Val. She does have more class than a frickin' onion ring. Get her a Chipotle burrito bowl or something. I have to ask Greg. I have a little one, but Chloe probably has like a big one. Well, she is in the closet, and the closet faces the garden and the orchard, so she has to make sure that there's like nothing around. Oh, you guys, guess what? Greg just saw the foxes. So Greg saw a couple foxes, mom, dad, and like the babies. I want to say 2 or 3 years ago. And he just saw them again. They walked right through the middle of the front yard. Like usually they come up the driveway, but this time they were coming through the middle of the yard because the person who bought the house up on the hill, they they cut down the bushes so the foxes have nowhere to go. Now I'm all out of wine. Okay, Chris. The mouse situation. Did I tell you that we caught a mouse? No. Val, I don't know if you remember a couple years ago. So we were trapping squirrels because they were tearing up the garden. And we would catch them and then we would release them a couple miles down the road. And we had the squirrel trap set and we caught a fox. I'm like, how in the heck did we go catch a fox in a squirrel trap? But we did. Greg had to go release it. It was a process. I know the wine has soaked into the berries. Chris, that's funny. You're right. Greg would spend most of the time in a doghouse because he doesn't refill my wine fast enough. You're absolutely correct. No, Dawn, I'm not tracking the macros. But I was saying, I'm gonna just keep repeating myself. I was saying that I am going to do a $60 keto challenge because somebody was asking online in a Facebook group earlier if they could do keto on $60 a month. And I was like, you could totally do keto on $60 a month. So I think I'm going to like start my own $60 keto challenge, but it's going to be like hardcore keto. Because you have some of those people, they have to have, all the cheese and all the bacon, and you got to have eggs for breakfast and then bacon and sausage. And, I try to keep everything simple, like chicken and ground turkey and cabbage. You can live off of that and you'll be all right. No wine, though. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, so I'm kind of excited about that. I'm not sure when I'm going to start the keto challenge, but I'm sure it'll be soon. You can't do what? Have a husband that doesn't go get you more wine when you ask for it, or you can't do keto because I'll be feeling your girl on both. Keto's actually not that bad. When I did it before, it was not that bad. I just have to eliminate a lot of stuff and just kind of start with the bare minimal and then just kind of add from there. Oh my God, I saw that too the other night. Val asked for a refill, and I think he gave her that like no look that Greg gives me sometimes. Like he's probably giving me right now because he's ignoring me. Because I said, "Can you get me some more wine?" Actually, I said more wine question mark, and he never responded to me, and he never came in with any wine. So I'm assuming I'm getting that no look from him right now. I feel you, Val. I have a Kevin on my hands too. Even though Greg knows I'm gonna be babysitting him like my whole vacation time, and I just want one more night of wine, but I'm not even gonna say anything. I usually get the wine too. Exactly. Wine is a thin smoothie. Just has mama juice in it. I agree with that. Yeah, I'll go with that. But like I said, Greg and I have a bunch of stuff we have to do this evening anyway. I still got to get together some food for work for a potluck, and we have to gather up some more bags for charity. But even, well, we've already got a lot to go tomorrow anyway. I think we got about 5 bags. Plus, I think we have some pillows that don't go in bags. They're like decorative pillows. So we have all that stuff. And if we get any more stuff, we can always get another van out here, I'm sure. Bean boozled, not for me. No, thank you. Yeah, thanks, Dawn. I know, no wine on keto. That's one thing I've noticed about the keto groups online. One of the main questions is always, what kind of alcohol can I have on keto? And everybody's like, oh, you can have vodka. You can have all the vodka you want. I'm just thinking, no, no, you can't have alcohol. Don't do it. It's so bad. Don't do it. I just don't understand. Potlucks are terrible. Dawn, did I tell you about the time that we had a potluck at work and somebody had brought in beans and there was hair, like a long ass piece of hair in the beans and the rice? It was like beans and rice, and ooh, I was terrible. And then a time when we had our Thanksgiving potluck, and I said, I'd like some stuffing. And she says, you mean dressing? And I'm like, no, stuffing. We got into our little tit for tat. I have not tried that. I have not. But the potlucks at this job aren't so bad. I think it's a little bit better. But potlucks are still like a weird thing. Oh, Chris, Greg would love you then. Dawn, I think it was. I think it was a weave. Yeah. Which kind of makes me like even more, I don't know, it's like gross. Gross, gross. I feel like I need more wine. I think I just lost some wine and have a raspberry. Raspberries are good. So I told Greg about my brilliant idea to do this whole keto thing, to do this $60 challenge. I think we can totally do it though. Greg asked me if I wanted cheese on dinner tonight because we had a burger. Because he bought these burgers from this place in Pennsylvania where I guess they go from ground up for the meats, but it was so good. I should do a wine pairing video. I probably should if I know what to pair with wines. To me, you can have wine with anything, and it doesn't matter what kind of wine. Like whatever you have available is good with dinner. Well, Val, come up and get. Hey, Mr. Wine Man, come here. Look at you with your sexy little sleep pants. Is this mine?
Your peach is in.
My peach is in here? You guys, this is my peach from our peach garden place.
That's what you're doing.
And we're drinking this Fiore Scents of Maryland. Oh God, it probably smells like shit. Scenes of Maryland, whatever. Scarlet's. It's a semi-sweet table wine. This is what we're having right now. Babe, Chris says hi.
And it was his fault I didn't bring wine because he was asleep upside down on me.
Chris wants to know if he'll chug the bottle again. Maybe on a third bottle.
You always bitch because I have the wine.
You drink all the wine.
Well, me and Dave will finish.
I love you. Oh, you know what, Dawn? Okay. Do y'all want to know a YouTube secret? On YouTube, you have to have something cute on top, and you could chill on the bottom. So I'm actually wearing the same pants. Hold on a sec, I'll show you. Kevin's not going to get you a glass of wine. All right. So, Dawn, oh, I got to go to the bathroom right now. These are Space Jam pants. Oh, you probably can't even see them. They're Space Jam pants. So, we've got Bugs Bunny, we have Porky, we have the little basketball Sylvester, the cat person, got all that going on. So, they're Space Jam pants. Greg found them on Walmart for like $3 or something. We got some Black Panther ones because they were like uber cheap and are super comfortable. So he bought a whole bunch for himself, and I was like, I gotta have some funky ones. And I got some, they're men's, but they are my rainbow pants. You missed them the other day, Dawn. They have rainbow, and they're kind of like cool and just, I don't know, they're different. They're different. But anyway, while I am drinking my little peach, please feel free to hit the like button so I can feel a little bit of love because I got 2 likes, and I just feel like I just need more than 2 likes. I think I'm more than at least 3 likes, right? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not, whatever. But we've got wine, and we have our peach from our tree outside. I told Greg I wanted this earlier. So good. That's so good. So I might as well enjoy it this evening because this is like legit the last time I'm allowed to have any wine for a while. What is that? I'm scared to even ask. I know, I agree. But sometimes, like when I go into rooms, I forget. But then, like sometimes it's like, oh yeah, that's right. I should hit the like button. I forgot. I knew you would be, Val. Yep. Netflix. Dawn, did you watch all of Breaking Bad? I don't really know what's on Netflix. Netflix is like, it's not my thing. Although I do want to watch Big Little Lies, which is on HBO. I don't know if you could get that on Netflix, though. Probably can't. But I feel like I need to watch that because I'm reading the book. So I want to like watch it after I read the book. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think I'm just gonna like when I'm at work, I'm just gonna like hit record and y'all can just watch me type like for hours on end. Be like psh, psh, psh. With the Drew. I don't think so. Dawn, I'm gonna be going on my keto diet. I can't just go buy a bunch of food and eat it on live stream. Wasn't like Queer Eye Five Guy thing, wasn't that like 8 years ago or something? Chris, you were probably a baby. You were probably a baby. No, but I will tell you guys, you should go buy a book, right? Because it'll help me out, like with my company and stuff. You're 21. God, you're such a fuck. You're my daughter's age. You're like a fucking baby. Drew Barrymore's in what show? Queer Eye for the Five Guy? The what? What show? I like Drew Barrymore. She's kind of cute. You finally got your wine. Did you have to go get it yourself, Val? And peaches and wine and peaches. Oh, Dawn, I was going to send you a text message yesterday and ask you, but I forgot. I know you hate coming out this way, but you should totally go to the wine festival with Greg and I in September. You can get the VIP tickets. We could drink all the wines. We have a spare room. You and Joe could stay if you have to. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right. Y'all talk it out for a sec. I got to go use the ladies' room. Check out my cool pants when I walk away. You guys, apparently it rained. Oh, Val, I'm glad that Kevin got that for you because, our men should do those kinds of things. Well, my pants are fancy, aren't they? I like shows about weed. I mean, I don't know of any shows, so I can't say if I do or don't, but I do need a catheter. But I haven't been peeing a lot. I'm not drinking enough water. Thanks, Captain Jerk. Good to see you. See you later. Now give me a like if you can before you leave. Huh. I have to check that out. I don't know. Greg and I have Comcast right now for our cable. We don't have Netflix or anything like that. Thank you. I appreciate the like. So, but Greg and I are supposed to be getting new cell phone service this weekend. I'm kind of excited and kind of like scared, like what's going to happen. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I was supposed to like just come on here quickly and leave, but then like I just started hanging out, and I'm like, this is kind of cool. I'm gonna hang out for a little bit for a little bit longer, and not do the things that I'm supposed to be doing because I'm such a bum. I don't even know. I don't know what's happening. I got my books together. Well, it depends on how much I read the rest of this week and through the weekend. But I have my 2 books that I'm reading right now, so when Greg goes to the hospital, I have something to read while he's in surgery. And I don't know. That's weird. Sorry. Texting in the middle of doing a chat because I'm just rude. I know. I do love you guys too much. I just can't leave you. What's happening? I don't know. I'm just jibber jabbering tonight. So I came home with all this stuff I wanted to talk about, and then I just no, just like whatever. We got to take Digger to get his shots in a few weeks. We don't want to do it this week. He's going to get his nails cut, so we don't want to do it this week. And we can't do it the following week because Greg's got his surgery, so maybe in like 3 weeks, I guess. I don't know, it's weird. Dawn, it looks like your messages are coming through. The Haunting of Ashburn House. Who publishes that? I need to know. I need to know if my company publishes that or not. Oh, but I was trying to say is there's a book that just came out. It's called Risk, and it's based off of a podcast that I listen to that's amazing. So I don't know if you guys listen to podcasts, but I can listen to music or podcasts all day long at work. And it's Risk, it's storytelling, it's stories you never thought that you would tell or something like that. It is amazing. It's been around for years. And the funny thing is like I tell Greg, and I can say this because it was like on the news and everything. But years ago, Aubrey from Danity Kane, she was on the Risk podcast and she's talking about like this whole thing that she had with Spanx. She was wearing Spanx and she had this boyfriend and he was like rich and like his, he like built big things and he was like, like an important person. His friends were important people, all this stuff, right? And I'm like trying to figure out like who is she talking about? Who was she sleeping with? And she's like, I was on a reality show. We were doing the end of the show and it was like this big thing. And I'm like, a reality show. And it came up with two different shows, really. It was the one that she did with Puff Daddy, where they built the whole group together. And then she was also on The Apprentice. And I was like, the way that she's talking, I don't see her being with like Puff Daddy or anybody like that. I'm like, it's got to be. Oh my goodness. Is my video freezing on you guys? Let me know. Let me know. But anyway, so they were talking about this podcast, Black Owl Books. I don't know. Okay, that's weird. Excuse me for 1 sec, guys. All right. So we have this. That's so weird. So anyway, I was listening to the podcast, and the podcast they were talking about. She was talking about this guy she was in love with and all this stuff. And the only thing I could come up with is that Aubrey had to be in a relationship with somebody by the name of Trump. Like it had to be from The Apprentice. Like that's the only thing I could come up with. Would you know that, I don't know, maybe 4 years after she did the story on the podcast, it came out that she was sleeping with a Trump. And I'm like, dude, I knew it. That's crazy. But it kind of put the podcast like kind of on the map to say. But I'm going to tell you, the podcast is amazing. Like they have everything on there. They have things that go from like the most simple, loving, like we had a baby to like the most crazy sex type stories, and then they'll go into death or drug abuse or like just anything. It's an amazing It's an amazing podcast. If you like podcasts, and you don't have to listen to every story. If you start to listen to a story and you're like, this is not my cup of tea, you could just like go past it. Or if it's just too deep and too emotional, you can just move past it. But I'm telling you, the podcast is amazing. But there is a book that's out now. It's called Risk. It's the Risk book. I cannot wait to get it. I'm hoping I can get it without having to spend any money because I'm cheap. But I mean, the book is gonna be amazing because it's the stories just in written form. Not all the stories because they have so many stories, but it's kind of cool. So I don't know. I think it'll be pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I'm gonna start getting my list together for everything that I want to do for this whole like keto challenge I'm gonna do. I'm not going to include the excess stuff, like the hot sauce that I already have, the vinegar. I might kind of add that stuff in towards the end and be like, well, this is what I really spent, but these are the things I already had. And if you had to buy these things, this is what it would cost. But really, to add like condiments and different flavors, you could do so many things. Like if you have pickles, you could take pickle juice and spray pickle juice on your chicken or something to add flavor to it. It sounds a little weird at first, but trust me, it's actually pretty good. Um, Greg and I bought a whole bunch of Flavor God seasonings recently. So we have those so we can kind of change up the flavor of things. We don't have to buy the flavors because we already have them. So any seasonings that you have, you could use. We bought like 15 different seasonings for like $100, I think. Something like that. So oh, I think the wine's getting me hot a little bit. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I actually wanted to look somebody up. So I know I talked about this before, but with my company, they kind of give you like what your print is, right? What your number is. And I'm a 5'6", right? I'm a 5 with my minor being a 6. And it's your like trigger words and all that kind of stuff. But I did want to look and see about somebody that I work with. This says it's got your best behaviors and your shadow behaviors. The things that are kind of like hidden and they're not brought out like all the time. But if they are, then, you can kind of go through some stuff. But this whole questionnaire, this whole thing that we talked was like so cool. And it's one of those things where our managers believe in it, but they do. They really believe in it. So they pay for everybody to take the quiz. And when I was reading this to Greg, he's like, holy crap, that is so you. Like it says, my best self behaviors is that I am perceptive, innovative, insightful. I'm a quick learner. I'm independent, logical, focused. I don't know about focused. I would say that's probably not one of my better qualities, being focused, hence rambles, but whatever. Honest, objective, self-sufficient, calm. Not calm either. Who are they talking? Wait, this was describing me at one point in time, but now I don't know. Well informed, disciplined, good analytical skills, resourceful, a good problem solver, attentive. Greg might disagree with that too. Hey, Chris. Let's see. Contentious, trustworthy, wise. I am wise. I'm like a wise old owl. Okay. Prepared, forward thinking, sensible, smart, and loyal. My shadow behaviors lacks spontaneity. I'm detached. I think I probably like lean more towards my shadow behaviors than my good behaviors. Intolerant. Holy shit. That is me. Oh gosh. Chris, my husband was born in the 60s. Over analytical, overly suspicious. I totally am. Slow to act, respond, or decide. Yeah. Defensive, stubborn, distant, secretive, controlling, over processes things. Oh my God. Every time every time I talk to Greg about anything to do with work, I'm always like, I think I'm over processing this. And he just like rolls his eyes at me because he's like, of course you are. They do sound like me. It's kind of scary. Preoccupied, mistrusting, anxious, arrogant, judgmental. I should not be going through my shadow behavior saying, yes, I am all of these. This is me. I live in my shadow. I'm just we're just my nickname is going to be Shadow from this point forward. Okay, I'm judgmental, insensitive, procrastinate, withdrawn, impatient, overly questioning, argumentative, too unorthodox, and inflexible. I don't know. This is a print exam that my company has us take so that we can all figure out what our best qualities are and what our shadow behaviors are so that we can say like, hey, like Dawn or Susie Q or Chloe, you're living in your shadow behavior and we need to kind of bring out your good instead of like always showing your negative. But I seem to like be living in my shadow. That's okay, right? I don't know. I mean, it makes me me. There's nothing wrong with being questioning or argumentative. People make a living at that as lawyers. That's what I should have done. I should have been a lawyer or a politician because I could fight. I could fight. Did I missed that? Did Valerie give Digger a cheers? Shout out. Oh God, I can't even. That's funny. That's funny. But Digger does deserve a cheers. He's a good cat. Well, cat as in man, as in dog. Am I making any sense? See, I'm overthinking things again. That's what I do. It's my shadow behavior. Okay, so these are some of my trigger points. All right, bye, Val. It says some possible triggers for a print 5-6. Well, you're not a cat dog. Well, you should probably have a drink then, Chris. You can't watch one of my videos without having a drink. I just explained to you all my shadow behaviors. I don't make no sense. Now you're starting to overthink and you're being judgmental. You have issues. You're judgmental and you're at work and you don't even know what's going on. You have problems. Okay. Some possible triggers for a print 5-6. Excessive demands on your energy and time. Yes, I don't like demands being put on me. I don't play that. being deprived of information you want or need, when your facts or knowledge are overly questioned, feeling pressured to make on the spot decisions or give an immediate answer before you are ready, intrusions on your privacy and space emotionally and physically. Oh my God, this is so many. I got 99 problems, but don't ain't one. Okay. People who act without thinking things through, not having enough time to recharge and think. People who talk too much. Oh my God, I do hate people who talk too much. I can't handle that. I can't handle when people like I hate coworkers that talk too much. Like don't like who I look at them like, who are you talking to? Why are you talking to me? Yorka Hunts. Hello. I am easily distracted. How? All right. Oh, why did you do that? You're a troublemaker. I don't even know what you're talking about. All right, let me finish. I was saying, not enough time to recharge and think, people who talk too much, illogical explanations, unreasonable deadlines. That's a big one. That's a big one. I do not like unreasonable deadlines. Let me make my own deadline. People who come on like gangbusters, aggressive, confrontational, steamroller types. Acts of betrayal and mistrust. Impatient people, not feeling fully knowledgeable about something important, and feeling criticized, judged, or dismissed. I'll agree with that. I will agree with that. All right, let's see what else we got going on. Well, that's it for this page. The whole purpose is I want to try to find out what my new boss, what her triggers are. Okay. I know I have a list of like all the people I work with. Here it is. Let me see if I can find. Oh. All right, well, I got her number. Let's see. Let's go through. Whoa, let's go through this. Oh, Lord. Let me see. Huh. All right. So my new boss is like my husband. You're right. You're right. You're right, Chris. All right. So my new boss wants things to be perfect, correct, and right, and also wants to be appreciated. Her two could be like good, I guess. Like they kind of work together well, I guess. Oh. Ew. Ew. Ew, ew. That's gross. Ew. Oh. I'm sneezing everywhere. Ugh. probably need more wine. Let's see what else we got. Thank you, Chris. Having a rough time. So we've got you're eating. Sorry. But what are you eating? So a 1. Yeah, no, I don't think so. A number 1, to recalibrate expectations for better reflect reality. I know, Chris. What is going on in my world? Here, Chloe is looking all respectful, and I've got crazy people coming in here. What's the deal? What's happening? Oh, Jesus. I need help. Oh, God. I know. I'm trying to control it. All right. I think I'm controlling it. I need help. She did? What happened? Whoa. Whoa. What the heck? Why am I getting trolled so bad right now? I'm reporting. Report. Let me see. Hold on. I just did that. Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait. Not that. Wrong. Hold on, Chris. All right. Chris, you're going to help me out. What is happening? Whew. That is so rude. They're just throwing out word bombs. That's insane. How do they just keep coming in here? They're just like all bombarding me at one time. Thanks, Chris. What is happening to me? Does that mean that I'm famous? It must be famous. All right. So, as I was saying, Greg is a 1. And this right here says that it says, recalibrate expectations to better reflect reality. Watch out for setting too high standards. Stretch goals are good, but constant overreaching can lead to unintended consequences. I am famous. I'm famous. I'm so famous. I should probably have some more wine to celebrate. Yep. Oh, God. My allergies. I think I need allergy pills. Okay. It says, work on not being so offended by others' actions and so quick to assign blame. Check out my assumptions. This is all about Greg right here and my new boss. Hey, babe. You should bring me some more wine and come here because I got to tell you something. Okay. So this also says don't expect people to change immediately just because I gave them advice that I know is right. This is the way that Greg would respond to something or react to something, right? Like he's always right, everybody else is wrong. He just has to bring them around to his way of thinking. Oh my God, that's so Greg. He didn't even take the test, but I could just say like he's a definite one. So I already know what the one is. I gotta read a little bit more into the two to kind of figure out what my new boss, what her thing is. All right. It says learn to better manage my workload. Try not to take on more projects when the load is already too great. Oh, she might be in for a surprise. Work on being more comfortable delegating tasks to others. Doing this won't make me less valuable, so she wants to take on the whole load herself and not spread it amongst other people. Let's see. Garlic bread. What is that about? Huh. Well, I mean, I guess she's okay. I mean, guess I gotta say that. Babe, guess what? I have trolls that are coming in. They're asking to see my feet, and they're using the N word. But Chris is helping me get rid of people.
They need to email me. I'll show them some feet.
Oh my God. Is this mine?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to fill up yours?
Well, okay.
What do you mean? No, he's mad. Hey, Dig. Dig. Who is that? Watch Chloe. Watch her, Dig. You can't trust her. He's going right for her boobs.
You were with me, so you did it with me. You forgot? Okay, you forgot.
He's mad. Are you drinking wine or are you drinking something else?
Mm-hmm.
Babe, are you drinking wine or something else?
Wine's always on.
You drinking something else?
I'm not going to tell home when you're alive. Somebody wants to see my feet.
Oh my God. Digger forgot that he was in here when Greg was dressing Chloe earlier today. Her boobs are the easiest target, but Digger has a thing for boobs. he goes for them.
I got your back.
Are you mad? Are you coming in here yelling, Chloe?
Go get her. Go ahead.
Oh my God. What is this world that I am in right now? Digger, come here, buddy. He gets mad when if things are out of place, he gets mad. He's like, this is not the way that this is supposed to be. What is happening? He's like, what is happening right now? He is not happy. Oh my God. Hey. Come here. Come here. I give up. I don't even know what to do. I don't know. I don't know how to stop it. I just don't know how to stop it. Whatever. So here I am. Oh, that's right. Chris, you work at like a vape shop or something, right? Speaking of which, I knew that Greg I wanted to show Greg something from earlier. There's a vape shop on one of the main streets in the city, and I wanted to show Greg what was posted because it was kind of interesting. The guy's mad because people hanging out outside of his shop. They got into it. Kristen, were you here when I was mentioning my Facebook fights? So I am in a little bit of a Facebook tiff with somebody. My God, Digger is still barking. Hey, Dig! Dig, come here. Look what I got. Digger, come here. Look. He's still there. Greg! Yeah, okay. You try to spank him. I'm not doing it. Oh my God. Seriously. Dig. Digger, come here. Come here. I give up. Oh. What to say? Greg. Greg. Look. Oh, she's so pretty. I know. Come here. Look. Look at Chloe. Hey. Look at her. I know. Come here. Look at her. Oh, she's so pretty. Look at her. Oh, Digger, I love you. You're so pretty. Oh my God. I know. Do you see her? Do you see her? Is she pretty? Okay. Hey. Hey, calm down. Hey. I know you're mad. It's okay. It's okay. I told her she could be here. I know. Oh. Stop. Don't encourage him. Shh. I know. I know you're such a good boy. Shh. I know. Hey. Greg said that the other day, he said, if Digger's wagging his tail, but his ears are back, he's mad. Hey. Hey. I know. Oh my God, he's so mad. Stop. I know. Are you mad at Chloe? I know. What are you doing? Hey. Hey. Stop. You're trembling. Greg! Chris said be nice to his wife. I know. I know. Hey, hey. Okay, here, go see Dad then. Go. Go find Dad. Go find him. Stop! Oh my God. Greg! Greg Greg keeps hissing. So Digger thinks that it's Chloe. So he's freaking out. Welcome to my life. Oh my Hey! Oh my God. I know. I know the whole house is falling apart. Thank you. Once I get started. Whew. It's like impossible to stop. Okay, I think I'm done. I think. I sneeze when I'm cold, which is like a weird thing, apparently. No, it's not the wine. I'm cold. I'm oh, like hot and I'm cold. And Digger's still barking. I can't say that, Chris, because Digger likes them. So if I say that, he expects to eat one. So I can't. I think I'm probably done with my sneezing fit. Digger. It's the only way we can get him to take his medicine. If he has to take medicine, we have to break it up and put it on top of, and he'll eat them. So. But I said this like a long time ago. He's still barking. He won't stop. Oh my God. No, if I ask him if he wants to go to them, then he'll try to jump in the car. He'll want to go for a ride. We can't go for a ride because Greg is drinking, I'm drinking, and neither one of us could do that. So, oh, good. The wine is not making me very ladylike this evening. What? Yep, I can. Dig, come here. Come look at Chloe. Well, hey, come here. me show you something. Come here. Hurry up. Let me show you.
Come on.
The whole family's in here.
He's gone now. See? Come here.
Dad, come here and look.
Come here a minute. Come here.
Come here and look. He's running away. Dad, come here.
See her? Look. She's right here. Look. She's all gone now.
Look, come here. She's naked.
Look. Come here. Look at this. Hey. Look. Remember these? You were with me? And everything's fine.
What a freaking mess that was. What a mess. Yeah, Greg did give Chloe layers. Or, AKA, he just didn't take off the shirt that I had on her from yesterday. But, yeah. You, you have no idea. You've made it this long in my live. So, Greg actually had. She was fine. She was cute without pants. Greg had. I spilled wine on me. I feel like I need to just cover myself. Greg had her pants hanging on by a bungee cord. Hey, babe. Chris wants you to put clothes back on his wife. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, I still have to put my food together for tomorrow. But it's not that difficult, right? Cut up some cucumbers, some tomatoes, some red onion. Throw some dressing in there. Done. And I gotta put the bags outside. Whatever. So we've been able to pick. What is that? I don't know what that is. It sounds interesting. Should probably get a cold soup. I like making a tomato tuna soup. I like to make tomato soup, add tuna fish in there, salt, pepper, and some spicy seasoning. It's good. It's actually a lot better than you would probably think it would be. So, tomato. What did I say? I don't know. I don't know what I said. Now you're making fun of my accent, Chris. That's kind of rude. I don't make fun of other people's accents. Actually, I do. Because I'm rude. Because everybody's rude. We all make fun of people. It's just what we do. My accent is adorable. Does it sound like I have a southern accent or a northern accent? And the reason I ask that is because I used to work as a call center rep. I used to take phone calls. I used to take phone calls, and I live in Maryland, so I kind of feel like we don't have an accent here. Okay. People that are from the North tend to think that I'm from the South. And people from the South tend to think that I'm from the North. It's the weirdest thing. I'm like, how can I sound like I'm both? Like I thought Maryland do like we just don't have an accent. The funny thing is though, is that I so here's a little history dawn lesson. I was born in Texas. Both my parents are from Delaware. I was born in Texas. Um, I moved to Germany when I was like a year and a half old. We moved to Florida shortly after that. And then from, no, not Florida. Where did I get Florida from? California. And from California, when I was 5, we moved to Maryland. And I've been here ever since. So, yes, I was born in Texas, but both my parents are from Delaware, and I've lived in Maryland like my whole life. So, there's that. But I always thought it was funny that everybody thought I had an accent, but Northerners thought it was Southern, and Southerners thought it was Northern. It was weird. Back? What? I'm confused. I don't know what you're talking about, Chris. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. You have a customer. So it's kind of what I've got going on right now. But I really do think I need to probably make my food for work for tomorrow. The good news is that I only have 3 more days and I'm on vacation. And then I can like relax and read and prepare for my $60 keto challenge for 1 month. We'll see how that goes. I think it'll go fine. I think it'll be good. We'll see. How could it really go bad? Right? Right. And oh, I bet they got rid of, yeah, I'd say they got rid of that question that was being asked in the group up here because it was getting a little bit crazy. But anyway, I guess I am going to get ready to go make the food that I have to make, get the bags together for the charity, so they can come pick that stuff up tomorrow. Let's see if Greg still feels like cleaning out his closet. He said he wanted to clean a few things out. We might get rid of a few jackets. I don't know. So we'll do that. And then I'll be back on here tomorrow with another live feed talking about just everything in general. So we'll do that. All right, guys, I'm going to end this. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe. You can click that little bell button if it's gray and it has lines next to it, then you know that you'll get notifications when I go live. And there's that. All right, we're going to end this here and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.